Kicking off the Disc Golf Tour Down Under was the highly anticipated Taupo Classic. Players from all over the world came to compete in this major disc golf tournament, which was held in beautiful Taupo, New Zealand. The course was challenging with its wooded areas and tricky out of bounds. But the players were up for the challenge. The spectators were treated to some amazing shots and nail-biting finishes as the players battled it out for the top spot. In the end, it was a thrilling victory for the winner, who took home not only the championship title but also the admiration of the entire disc golf community. The Taupo Classic was truly a memorable event, a highlight so far of the Tour Down Under. It's no surprise that the MPO score is reflecting the tight competition between Levi Stout and Corey Ellis in the first two rounds. These two skilled players have been putting on quite the show with an impressive amount of birdies under their belts. Their focus and determination have been unwavering as they navigate each hole with precision and skill. As the tournament progresses, it will be exciting to see who ultimately comes out on top. But one thing is for sure, both Stout and Ellis have already proven themselves to be top contenders in this competition, while there are several other contenders. We'll be directing our attention towards the chase card. In the lead card, the big-time disc golf media has taken the spotlight. In the chase card, however, we have Francis Orange, Nate Perkins, Johnny Wake, and Joseph Berry, all able to cause an upset.
Well, here we are again, Gus, in Taupo. We've got a brand new hole here. What's that yellow thing? Tell us all about it.
This 214-meter hole is a tough start for some. First, there is the mandatory gap between two trees, then an uphill drive, which can't be too hot, as there is a famous steep hill behind the basket, renowned for the rollaways.
I've had a few rollaways there in the past, Gus. Used to come from a different direction though. Here it is. I see there is a dog on a tee. That's happened to us before in Henley Lake. No idea what's going on. Right, we're away. First of all, we have Nate Perkins up on a tee. Starts off at 4 under par. Nice looking drive through the gap. On the hill. Appreciative crowd. Next up we have Johnny Wake, one of the Brodus favourites, player of the moment, left-handed, it's up the hill, good position. A lot of this is done with catch cam perspective. Of course I'm here in an unofficial capacity as a bro disc YouTuber filming a catch card. Somebody has to do it. Here's Francis Orange. Joseph Berry got caught up in a tree, landed a wee bit short. He's made it through, just on the bushes on the edge there. Not a bad shot by all of them.
Won the bloody Extreme.
Just explaining to a bystander how Joseph Berry won the Extreme in Tauranga, and I reckon if you could win that, you could win anything.
Yeah, I had a catch cam.
Great throw of the disc, got some great distance. Ends up a little bit short on that occasion, but he's one to watch. Francis Orange gets it well up there. And Nate Perkins with another sidearm. Joseph with a third shot. Oh, goes a little bit downhill. Hopefully he's alright. Here's Jonathan Wake. Oh, he's donged into a tree. There's his third shot there, up by the basket. Nate Perkins with his third shot. You just want to see where they are. Line it up and don't go too far. There's a big drop off on this hill, like I said. 3 can easily turn into a 5. Oops. Commentator's curse. Maybe not. Johnny comes in there with a bogey on this occasion. Possibly because he rushed it a little bit on the second shot and hit that tree. Well, here's a man who's already done 18 holes as a caddy for somebody else, so he's full of energy. Nate Perkins here with a par. Berry putting for a bogey, and then Francis Orange double bogey. That's where it ends. Nate's the only one with a par.
Hole number 2 is a picture-perfect 198-meter hole, with an obvious finish to the left. The basket is tucked away 30 meters from where it is usually located. There are 3 out of bounds to watch out for on this hole.
Perkins on the tee box. Going with a sidearm. I haven't seen him use a backhand yet. It doesn't seem like a good idea. It seems counterintuitive because it has gone to the right and he's out of bounds. Let's see how Jonathan goes, being a lefty. Straight up there. Oh, it's heading towards that tree. Just goes on the inside. Shot, bro. Joseph Berry gets one away, pretty well straight. Comes back to the left. Francis Orange. Agent Orange to some people with his orange discs and his orange t-shirt. More or less a very straight throw, more or less to where the old basket is, obviously in the muscle memory. Nate getting one up there to recover. Joseph from the middle of the fairway. Now Francis from the side. All up there within putting range. Johnny gets it up there but skewers a bit left. I don't think he's that happy with that. Nate from 15-20 metres. Seemed a little bit weak there. Joseph Berry. I don't think he's too happy with that putt either. Johnny Wake. Nails that one.
Francis with a birdie. Joseph gets a par. Nate comes away with a bogey after sidearming his way to an out of bounds. Hole 3 has an elevated tee position and is a 164-meter par 4 with a low ceiling of trees and extra out-of-bounds areas. Tee placement is crucial.
Johnny Wake on the tee box. We better watch out where this goes. I've slowed the footage down a little bit so we can see it. Up there, way up there, just goes behind me where I am. So that's the back way round, but he's not OB, so that's good. Right, this orange. Should be able to see that disc. OB. You won't be happy about that.
We miss some of Joseph Barry's tee off, but we see his disc land in the middle of the fairway. Nate Perkins is on the tee box, and we see him throw a backhand this time. But there's a call out. It's heading towards the out-of-bounds area by T4.
Johnny Wake, one of the two survivors out of that hole that didn't get an OB. Oh, lovely skip.
Lovely skip.
I see it also on camera. Nate, sidearm, gets up there. Another sidearm, little skip up by Joseph. And a nice little skip up there by Mr. Orange. Oh, he missed that one. Not good for Johnny. Oh, another bounce off there from Joseph.
Nate Perkins with a par. Francis Orange also with a par.
And we get a par for Johnny. Par for Joseph. So everybody's getting a par on this. That's good. We move on to hole 4. What are the iconic holes on the course there, Gus?
Hole 4 is what makes the Taupo course one of my favorite courses in the country. It's good news that the big-time media are here, promoting Aotearoa to the big wide world. Anyway, this 184-meter hole has some nasty out-of-bounds areas, and players must place the disc in the right position, right up until the basket area, to avoid going out.
And Johnny tees off. Let's hope he keeps himself out of trouble. A little bit of a slow-mo there. Just lands inbounds. You can see with that big bulge of OB coming out, quite a few people have been caught out with that today. Either that or they just go straight over the edge. Didn't quite see that one from Mr. Orange.
Thanks.
Not quite in the right camera position there. And I think that one's OB as well.
Dead in or out? I think it's OB.
I don't know.
Yes, it is.
I thought that was the OB line.
It took a while to decide that one. Nate's going to cut around to the right. Sidearm. Yes, I think he's safe there. No flags waving. There he is. That's this lovely second shot up there. Just bounces. Pretty sure it's in bounds. There's one from Johnny. Quite get there. Oops, it hasn't come back onto the green. The official's running along with the flag. Probably OB, I'd say. She can't find it. Mr. Orange with a nice little chip up to the green. Might have bounced a wee bit too far. Joseph Berry having a stab. Nice and handy to putt. Now we have Nate. He's going to do a long range attempt. Just falls a little bit to the left. Now some discussion going over Francis's disc, and the verdict is it's OB. He's got to come in 1 metre. Must have been a close thing. They were looking at it closely. Nails that one. But still, when OB, par. Nice straight shooting from Mr. Orange there. Certainly still got some distance. There's Johnny. For a par as well. Pars all around, everybody got a 4. There was a couple of OBs, so there was some good shooting there. As we turn the corner, looking at the beautiful Waikato River with its steamy pools.
Hole 5 is a 110-meter, par 3 hole that is straight up a small valley. There is mandatory tree marker up on the right to prevent players throwing a hyzer to the right up the hill.
Johnny Wake on the observation deck, teeing off. And I just zoomed back in time to see Francis Orange hit another bush not far from the tee-off area. And just as quickly we see Joseph Berry. Perkins with a lovely shot straight towards the basket. Around, oh, nice shot. Should be an easy birdie for him. Francis Orange has his upshot there, so he's there for two. Next we have Joseph Berry in the bushes here, having his upshot, and then Johnny, he's having a good stab at the basket by the look of it. No, went past. Oh, bit of a spit out there for Mr. Orange. And a par coming up here for Joseph Berry.
So Nate Perkins lining up his birdie chances here. It'll be the first one of the round. Grabs it. That was a nice little drive and a putt there for Nate.
Johnny doesn't muck around, scrambles out of it with a par. And after hitting the bushes early, Francis Orange scrambles out of it with a bogey.
Hole 6 has another elevated tee position. This par 3, 121-meter hole has a large gum tree, which you must pass by, to the right. There is an out-of-bounds line along the top of the ridge surrounding the basket. So after getting that birdie on hole 5, Nate Perkins is on the tee box, leading the way with a -3. What happened to that throw, Daz? We didn't see where it went.
Yeah, I don't get them all, Gus, I don't get them all. But there we have Johnny Wake. And we see where that one lands. It could be quite close to the edge. Nice big throw. Joseph Berry. He gets right up there as well. And on the tee box now we have Francis Orange. Oh, that's a nice looking shot. It's right up there. Shot, bro. Here's the jump putt attempt by Johnny Wake. This goes over the back. Obviously that's where Nate Perkins landed, but he didn't get the birdie this time. Joseph Berry hits the metal, but Francis really hits the metal with a birdie. Nice bird. So Nate Perkins with a bogey there. He must have gone OB, I didn't notice. Johnny Wake also going OB on top of the ridge. Gets a bogey. And now Joseph Berry rounds it off with a par. Nice playing, very consistent pars there. Shows us what it's about on hole number 7.
Hole 7 is a par 3, uphill 115-meter throw. With the basket on the hill, players must be wary of rollaways and the out-of-bounds scrub and brush area.
So now we have Francis Orange on the tee box. He must have a custom made winnow shirt on. Haven't seen an orange one. Oh, it's a nice, it's going to arch back alright. Didn't roll, that's the main thing. Joseph Berry with the grass test. Checking the wind. Nice straight throw too. It's at the bottom of the brow of the hill. Nate Perkins lining it up. He's doing a backhand now. A little bit lower than what I would imagine. And here's the lefty. More or less straight ahead to brow of the hill. And Nate Perkins there with a sidearm recovery shot, that's what I would call it. Just right under the basket. Another good upshot there. Francis going for a long putt. Lands flat on the hill. Joseph Berry for a second shot, hits the metal again. And here's Nate for his par, grabs it. So, now we have a par chance from Francis. Yep, he gets that. Joseph Berry. Johnny Wake. In fact, they all get a par.
Looks like it's pars all around as we move on to hole number 8.
Didn't I just say that, Gus? You're not listening.
Hole 8 is what you would call an island hole, where the disc must land in the designated marked circle surrounding the basket. There is also a brush-covered hill with an out-of-bounds line running along the ridge. It is a par 3, 98-meter hole.
Agent Orange on the tee, treating it like an ace run. Oh, oh, yeah, not quite. Hopefully in the circle. Joseph Berry. Safely in the circle. There's Nate doing another sidearm. Get it off to the left, no doubt. And let it skip in. Yep. And that was quick, that's why I put the little picture up there. Jonathan out of bounds. A miss from Francis there. First birdie up the round for Joseph Berry after a run of pars. Bit of tidying up from Johnny. So with the OB he goes 1 over. Nate concentrating on that elevated basket. Always a little bit tricky when they're taller than you. Yes, another birdie there. So a birdie for Nate and Joseph, a par for Francis, and a bogey for Johnny Wake. We move on to
Hole 9 is a par 4, 191 meter, blind hole, where you can't see the basket from the tee. There is a route through the brush and trees, but there are risks involved.
Looks like everybody's had a chance to tee off today. Joseph Berry giving us the wave. Nice looking drive straight over my head and lands just in bounds, I think. Here's Nate with the sidearm. He comes to rest in bounds as well. It's one thing to avoid is these out of bounds around the course. They're quite strict this time. Francis goes into the bush. I managed to spot it out there for him. And Johnny, he cuts through the bush too, but he's a bit more handy than Francis. Francis trying to fling it out, doesn't quite get it out far enough because it hits another bush. So a bit of bad luck on this hole. And here's Johnny. Flings it out there. He looks like he's gone too deep. The official's running. Nate trying to sling a sidearm to curve around into the hole. It appears to be alright. I wish I had a catch cam on this hole. Joseph Berry. Same sort of shot really. And here we have Francis with his third throw. We're trying to get it to curve in as well. Oh, he's overshot it a little bit. Tough from there. Here's Johnny. Goes in by the basket by the look of it. So this is Francis's fourth throw. Comes down nicely. So he'll be there for a bogey. Third birdie there for Joseph. Joseph Berry with a birdie there. And Francis Orange comes in with a bogey and goes to 7 over par. Johnny Wake comes in with a bogey there, moves to 3 over par. And Nate Perkins lines up a birdie, moves to 4 under par.
Despite the challenges, the players remain focused and determined to give their best performance. Nate Perkins, Francis Orange, Johnny Wake, and Joseph Berry are among the top competitors in the tournament, each bringing their unique style and skills to the game. The Taupo Classic is not only a great opportunity for players to showcase their talent, but it also serves as a platform for promoting the sport of disc golf and encouraging more people to get involved. With events like this, it's no wonder that disc golf is gaining popularity all over the world.
Did you swallow a dictionary, Gus? Anyway, like, comment and subscribe to watch more Bro Disc.